Hello, loves. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Your soul knew you needed to be here today. It's Sunday, which means it's time for reflection, rest, and going inward. And today we're going deep. We're talking about shadow work, the parts of you that you've been avoiding, the wounds that need tending, the healing that's calling your name. Shadow work isn't always comfortable, but it is necessary. You can't heal what you won't acknowledge. You can't grow beyond what you refuse to face. And if you clicked on this video, your soul is ready for this conversation. Today's reading is asking, what are you ready to heal? What wound is surfacing? What part of you needs your love and attention? And what transformation is waiting on the other side of this healing? And we've got 3 piles that we will be working with today. The first pile is the moon, and what wound is surfacing to be healed. The moon illuminates what's been in the shadows. She brings things up from the subconscious into your awareness. And right now, there's something your soul needs to see, feel, and finally heal. It might be uncomfortable. It might be painful. But it is time. And then we've got pile number 2 and the devil. The lesson and the gift hidden in your pain. Now, the devil represents bondage. But here's the truth. The chains are loose. You can leave anytime, but first you need to understand what this pattern has been giving you. Every wound, every pattern, every bad habit. It served you once. It protected you. And now, it's time to see the lesson so that you can finally let it go. And then the third pile we have is Temperance, your healing path forward. Temperance is the card balance, integration, and alchemy. It's about taking your pain and transforming it into wisdom, taking your wounds and turning them into medicine. Your healing isn't about erasing your past. It's about integrating it, and Spirit has guidance for how you do that. Take a deep breath. Place your hand on your heart and ask, what part of me is ready to heal? Choose the pile that calls to you. Choose the pile that scares you. Timestamps for each pile are in the description below, so you can jump straight to your reading. And before we dive in, if you're wanting a personal healing reading where I help you identify your specific blocks, wounds, and healing path, I do offer those on PayHip. The link is in the description. Hello, loves, those who chose pile 1. You chose the moon, and you picked this pile because something is rising to the surface. A wound that you thought you'd healed, a fear you've been suppressing, a part of yourself you've been hiding from. Now, along with the tarot cards that I'll be using for your reading, I've also got some Shadow and Light Oracle deck as well. And we're going to start first by pulling a card from the Oracle and see what wound is asking for your attention. This is the one that flipped up. The 3 Fates. For those who do numerology, the card number is 26. And this is what comes around. I'm going to get out the Shadow and Light Oracle Guide. Alright, the 3 Fates. About the 3 Fates. It's happening again. Many of us have faced difficulty and troubled times in our lives. Sometimes the impact of a negative experience is so profound that it leaves us with physical, mental, and yes, spiritual residue for months, even years after the actual event. And while you're still vibrating, as the three fates put it, to the energy of a negative experience, you tend to repeatedly attract echoes of that exact experience. So when you need to be alerted to the fact that three fates will enter, showing you that this is a karmic pattern that you need to be worked on, understood, and recreated in order to be free of its influence. You may feel that there are others in charge of your fate, that they are threading the needle, weaving the patterns of the tapestry of your life, even choosing what ends and what begins. When you feel that fate has interceded and that you're not so much in control of your life, but in control of your reaction to what happens in your life, then you're beginning to work with intelligence, maturity, and understanding. With the energies of destiny, fate, and fortune, the three fates depicted so beautifully here, with their ever-turning wheel of karma, understand that it turns and turns as your life will, through its many themes again and again. When you receive this card in a reading, and most especially if she leaps out to greet you, you will know an old pattern has circled around once again. Well, she didn't exactly leap out, but she did flip over at the bottom. So I'm going to take that as a leap. So this old pattern, it's circled again. So here it is again, that situation, that person, this lesson that you have yet to learn and that you may spend a lifetime learning. It seems you need another cosmic reminder of something that needs to be cleared and mastered. The divination message is you may have been enjoying your own life's reruns lately, wallowing through the memories and feeling sad, bittersweet, and nostalgic about good old days. We all have karmic lessons, themes, stories that seem to repeat. Learn from this. Be aware of what's taking place as a fateful encounter to master life. If you take this approach, you'll be all the richer for learning, wise, free, and able to help others too. I've already shuffled the cards and asked Spirit, what wound is surfacing for you right now? And where did it come from? Why is it coming up now? And what does your soul need to help you understand about this pain? So Spirit, 5 cards, starting with what wound is surfacing? Whoa, too many cards here. Here we go. And one more. Okay, there you are, all jumping. Now please, as I interpret cards, I would like for you to interpret the cards for yourself. I would like you to interpret the cards for yourself. Go with your intuition. Your intuition is always on point. We're going to start with the 3 of Swords. There's definitely been some betrayal for you. I see that that wound that just keeps resurfacing. You're trying to heal from being betrayed by somebody. Someone who was deceptive to you. And this definitely was someone from your past, or it could be happening now. But this betrayal, it's something that the wound is deep in that. You may have even felt rejected by them, abandoned. But this is a wound that went very deep, very, very deep. And where did it originate from? We've got the Death card and its transformation. This definitely originated from a time where you were transforming. Either you were going between ages, going from child state to adult state. It's as though when you found out about this betrayal, it did transform you, feeling as though there was something that just broke. There was a death of some sort that's transforming you. Something about that is making this come up right now. And I feel as it's coming up because you're starting something new. You've been content lately, joyful, happy. A new relationship may have started. Something in your life definitely was harmonious and happy. So it's bringing up those things in the past. You've got to let these go. It doesn't always have to resurface itself. Change a habit. There's something that just keeps repeating itself in relationships. You start a new one, and something within it is repeating itself that's been repeating over and over and over again. What this is doing to you, we've got the Hermit. What it's doing to you is that you're not looking, it's not allowing you to look within yourself to see your strength and to see where you can break the pattern. But this is exactly what you need to do. Like the Hermit, you need to go within. Study. Be more knowledgeable about what's going on around you. Have that introspection. Meditation works wonders. And it isn't always that sitting down with your legs crossed, eyes closed, going, I can't do any of that. My brain can't shut down long enough to actually meditate like that. But do you ever catch yourself just possibly staring off into nothing? You're actually meditating at that point. You just don't realize it. I like taking meditative walks. I meditate during my walks. I try to take my dog out at least 3 or 4 times a day on 20 to 30 minute long walks. And that's a great time for me to reconnect with nature, meditate, think about past betrayals, possibly, but past feelings of hurt and how I can see them introspectively and what changes can be made so that it won't happen again. You're not this person anymore. Okay, the 3 of Cups is letting you know you're not this person and you're not alone. That's what's most important here, is that you're not alone. You can celebrate with those closest with you. Use them as a sounding board to that introspection. Use them as that sounding board. It's okay. You're safe. You're safe. Seeing the wound is the first step. You're not broken because of it. You're healing. You're definitely healing. And you do always come to this point. This is the point that you need to be at. That introspection, looking past it. And then celebrate. Your soul is so ready to release all of this. It's ready to release that and take this happiness into itself. Now, pile 1, if this resonated with you, wonderful. Please take what does resonate, leave everything else behind. Remember, you're not broken because of what happened. You're healing because of what happened. And that's incredible. And if you do want a personal shadow work reading that dives deeper into your specific wounds and your healing journey, check the link in my a purple heart in the comments and let me know that you chose pile 1. Go in love and light, loves. Hello, loves. Pile 2. You chose the devil. Now, you picked this pile because you're stuck in a pattern. Maybe it's self-sabotage. Maybe it's toxic relationships. Maybe it's addiction, people-pleasing, or staying small. Whatever it is, you know it's holding you back, and you're ready to understand why. I will be choosing 5 cards from the tarot deck to do the reading, but I also have the Shadow and Light Oracle deck that I'll be using as well. And let me go ahead and pull an Oracle card to see what lesson is hidden in this pain. And we've got Dress of Alchemy. Release your power. And this is card number 33 if you are into numerology. I'm going to go ahead and get the Shadow and Light Oracle guide out. And let's see what the Oracle guide says about Dress of Alchemy. You have powerful energy, and when this beautiful being shows up in your readings, you have strong, powerful, vibrant energy that changes lives. And with that comes great responsibility. Some people may be eroding their own energy fields with blame, discontent, and choosing the same destructive patterns over and over again. When this being walks in, she shows that it is possible to change deeply and truly, and to become clear, bright, strong, healthy, and very powerful in terms of your energy. She understands the responsibility and has worked consistently with great discipline and earnestness to be able to create. The eyes in her wings make it impossible to hide from the truth of who you are. And I know that you can't see it, but she does have eyes right there on her wings. It is time for you to celebrate who you truly are at this time. To acknowledge you have some energetic debris that needs to be cleared. And when you do this, the gold of who you truly are will shine. It is time for you to celebrate who you truly are at this time. To acknowledge you have some energetic debris that needs to be cleared. When you do this, the gold of who you truly are will shine through. It's no longer possible in this new energy to hide from who you are. You must take the time to be truly yourself. Your divination message is please take time to clear from your own sacred energy field jealousy, envy, fear, and guilt. Once you are clear, welcome in bright, strong, powerful, healthy energy. Relationships and situations based on ego-centered concepts containing toxic energies will fall away naturally, and you will now ask for your worth. This is not hubris, overweening pride. It's self-love in action. Let's go ahead and pull some cards, and I've already pre-shuffled. While I shuffled, I did ask spirits, what pattern are you stuck in? What is the pain trying to teach you? What gift is on the other side of releasing this? And how do you break free? So what? Nope. Not sliding out. Jump out, yes. Slide out, not so much. So, Spirit, what pattern are those who chose pile 2? What pattern are they stuck in? And there we go. I'm afraid of what will happen if they let go. And then number 5. Now I do want you to take these cards and please interpret them for yourself as well. Your intuition is always right on point. We've got a lot of cups going on here, so there's emotions going all through this, but we are going to start off with the pattern that you seem to be stuck in, that self-sabotage that you have, and it starts with the Page of Cups. And this is my Down is Up card. You've got a lot of love inside of you, but at the same time, it's like it's always the upside down. It's always going one step forward and then taking 2 steps back. It's going before you're ready to go. So it's that pattern that you seem to be stuck in is just always, okay, I'm just going to fly by the seat of my pants and hope that everything catches up and connects with itself again. So it's just never connecting itself. It's just going around and round and round and round. You seem to be trying to protect yourself from something. And the Ace of Cups is actually showing that your cup is overflowing. You seem to be protecting yourself from it not overflowing, as though you're afraid that the overflow you might lose something, but you're not. You're not losing. You're always starting over. It's always starting over. That putting everything first, jumping at it, running forward, it's starting over and hoping that this is the thing that's going to be fulfilling. This is where my cup will be full. It's okay to have that cup overflow though. the cup would be overflowing with love and knowledge and intention, but you're afraid that it's not going to be full at all. Holding all of this in and this repeated pattern of yourself, what you're actually doing is you're just stepping up and you're going head steadfast into this each and every time. You hold nothing back. Your passion is in whatever this is that you start over and over and over again. You go full force into it. But in doing that, you're not stepping back enough to make sure that you're not repeating patterns. You're just going straight in, and by not slowing down to actually go within and think about it before moving forward, what it's actually doing to you is that it's not allowing you to actually form the relationships that you're wanting to have. You're wanting to have this closeness of moving forward together with others. But you feel as though that would, if you take this and run through it, that you'll have that closeness. When in actuality, if you go within, take your time, realize that not only is your cup full, but it's so full it's overflowing. And not rushing through it, but enjoying that feeling, then you will come to this point of being with those that you want to be with and enjoying all that it has to give. Celebrating with those that you love. Because that celebration that you have, this is where you're always starting things over again, but not seeing it as overflowing. When you start doing that and you get to this point, then yes, you will be able to start again, but this time you'll be starting with confidence. You know that game, that trust fall? Well, you'll be able to make that trust fall with confidence. You'll break that habit of putting everything before thinking about it, before actually going into yourself. You'll break all of that. And the gift that you'll have is that true success. You'll see what's possible beyond all of that. Now, you're not weak because you're stuck here. You're human. And you're also powerful. And the moment you understand why you've been choosing this pattern, you can choose to do it differently. The chains that the devil holds on you, those are going to be loosed. And you can just walk away. Now, pile number 2, you're not weak for being stuck. You're human. But you're also powerful. And the moment you understand why you've been choosing this pattern, you can choose differently. The chains are loosed. You can walk away. Let me know what pattern you're releasing. Hello, loves. You chose pile number 3 and Temperance. Now you picked this pile because you're ready. You've done the work. You've faced the wounds. You've cried the tears. And now you're asking, how do I actually heal? What does my healing path look like? I will be pulling 5 tarot cards from the tarot deck, but I also have the Shadow and Light Oracle deck as well. Now let me go ahead and pull an Oracle card, and let's see if the Shadow and Light shows what healing guidance Spirit has for you. One card. Thank you. 2 Little Witches. Magical space clearing time. And for those in numerology, this is the number 30. And I'm going to get my Shadow and Light Oracle guide out, and let's see what the 2 Little Witches have. From out of the shadows come the 2 Little Witches, solemn and sincere. They fix you with their clear green and blue gaze and ready you for the magic that is the broom they are about to pass on to you. And what is the magical secret of this broom? Why, that it can sweep clear any old, stale energy that is lurking about you at the moment. Take this broom and see it whisk all by itself, once, twice, 3 times. Windowshins around your house, your hearth, your home, and it will clear out all that is hiding in the shadows of the corners and the underneath of the rooms of your soul and home. Windowshins is the traditional direction for clearing energy. It means against the sun, and in the northern hemisphere, to go windowshins is to direct energy in a counterclockwise direction. In the southern hemisphere, it is to direct energy clockwise. When it's done, they clap their hands 3 times and the broom returns to their arms, and they move on to the next home that needs their help. But now that is done, what will you fill your space and your life with? That is the greatest and trickiest choice of all, but one which only you can make. And the 2 Little Witches speak. Out, out, and from within, we cleanse the space from trouble and din. Out, out, let all be gone, and make this place a cheerful home. We are here to cleanse and clean. We are creatures in between. We will work from dusk till dawn to ensure energy is reborn. We leave it clear and bright and blank, and for this task we ask no thanks. But we do wish you well in this. May all brought and create your bliss. Make the mundane work for you. It's time to conduct a house clearing, followed by a house blessing. Here's an easy pointer. New locations. Either the smallest of changes for household objects or rearrangements of what goes where in your bedroom, or an entire move is very much on your mind when these twin witches show up with their brooms of power. If there's anything keeping you back from making that change, please make small, useful, and symbolic gestures. Shift the furniture and clear away what you no longer need. Whenever we make a change, we always rediscover stuff we've been hanging on to. Stuff that's weighed us down without or even realizing it was there. Time for space clear for you. Okay, let's go ahead and get 5 cards pulled for you. I did pre-shuffle the cards. And when shuffling, I did ask, what is the healing path for you? What practices, shifts, or steps do you need to take? And I asked the spirits, what is it that you need to integrate your wounds and move forward with in wholeness? So let's start and see what needs to be integrated. What needs accepting, not release, not erasing. We've got 3 cards. Good. We only need 2 more then. The time of your healing and who you will become after the healing. 2 more cards, Spirit. Time of healing and what will they become? I do want you to take the cards and please interpret them for yourself. Your intuition is always correct. Oh, beautiful cards, beautiful cards. All right, so we are starting with what needs to be integrated, the shadow part. Your rejected part, the painful experience, what needs accepting and not erasing. And that's starting with the Page of Swords. The Knave of Swords. He's actually bringing you the key to what that is. You already know what needs to be accepted. He's just giving you the key to unlock the door for it. So it's time to open that up. And again, you're not erasing what was painful. You're not erasing that painful experience. You're accepting that, okay, that's there. We don't need to lock it. You don't need to lock it up. Open it up, air it out, everybody see it. You accept it. Not accept what happened, but just accept that's there in the past. It was there. We're moving forward. The Ace of Pentacles is the beginning of that material that and for you, it's not money. It's that home. It's the material things that, the practice that you're going to do to help support the healing, to keep that unlocked. Journaling, therapy even. Specific actions that you're going to be taking. These are things that you need to begin. That's what the Ace of Pentacles is. It's the beginning of a grounded material thing, an actual something that you can put your hands on. The Five of Wands, wow, because we're looking at right now at what you need to forgive. It was a struggle getting to where you are, and that's what the Five of Wands brings. It shows that struggle of either a competition or something that you needed to climb out of. And that's what the Five of Wands is. It's climbing out of something. You need to either forgive yourself or forgive a specific person, but it's climbing out of that feeling to release it. And that's where the journaling, the being out in nature, touching the grass, cement, even if you live in the city and there is no grass to be touched. But it all starts with unlocking it, keeping it open, starting something material-wise. Again, I know I'm saying journaling so much, but it's so strong in me right now that I just feel like this is something that will help you work through that, is that journaling. But it will help you climb through it, which is what the Five of Wands, actually, when you take something negative to make it a positive, that is what the Five of Wands is doing. You're climbing out of that to release it. Now, I asked about a timeline, and we get the Strength card. So the timeline definitely is within you. Unless you want to take the number of strength, which is number 11. Could be 11 days, 11 hours, 11 months. Hopefully not 11 years. But the number 11 could be around that. If that is something that resonates, definitely let me know. Because this is the Strength card, the timeline itself is letting me know that the time may not be a journey or a destination that you are actually getting to, but what to expect within yourself. Does that make any sense to you? It's you climbing out of it. And it's okay to not put a timeline on that, because it's at your time. But what you're going to become after all of this, we've got the Two of Swords and the choices that will be made. And that's exactly what it is. You're going to be confident, knowing that, you know what, I went through all that, and I've realized there are choices. I can choose this path or choose this path. I don't have to blindly sit and let somebody else make the choice for me. I will be making those choices. All of this brings you to being that whole and powerful person that you truly are. Healing isn't linear. Some days you'll feel whole. Some days you'll feel whole. And some days that wound will ache. And that's normal. That's human. But you're on the path. You're doing the work. And the version of you waiting on the other side, she's worth every uncomfortable moment. If this resonated with you, please leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't already. More importantly, leave me a comment. Let me know. Again, leave what does not resonate. Share what you're integrating. Thank you so much for being here and doing this deep work. Shadow work isn't easy, but it's sacred. And you showing up for yourself like this, well, that's the bravest thing you can do. If this reading resonated, but you're wanting more specific guidance on your wounds, I offer personal shadow work and healing readings on PayHip. You'll get a detailed written reading created specifically for your healing path. The link is in the description, and I'd be honored to support you through this work. Drop your PAL number in the comments and let me know, what are you ready to heal? You're not alone in this. And if this reading helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I post shadow work and healing content regularly because, this work matters. If this reading brought up big emotions or painful memories, please be gentle with yourself. Shadow work can be intense. Here's some grounding practices. Place your hand on your heart and take 5 deep breaths. Go outside and put your bare feet on the ground. Drink water and move your body. Journal what came up. Reach out to a therapist or a trusted friend if you need support. You don't have to do this healing alone. It's okay to ask for help.